Hi everyone, this is Karen Hightower, design team member for Gina K Designs over at Stamp TV. Today I'm going to share with you a card project, and we are doing a blog hop. Gina K Designs has teamed up with My Sweet Petunia, and we are featuring Gina K's BoHo Mini Kit along with the MISTI. So let me show you the items I used. They will be listed below the video as well and on my blog. And then we'll get started. This is the BoHo Flowers Mini Kit. It comes with some dies. And I also will be using Gina K's die set rectangles. It's the large single stitched. I'll be using the largest and the smallest one to create a frame. I also have cardstock. I have white, black, and then a card base. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I also have a piece of scrap paper that I'm going to stamp the word U, and then I'll be using the U die that comes in the kit. So I also have these little corners. They're really neat to use, and they help keep your stuff lined up. So you can put this anywhere. I'm just putting it up here, and you'll see why in a moment. Let me grab a magnet because I'm going to pop that down there to hold that in place for me so it don't shift. And then I will grab this flourish from the stamp set, and I'm going to place it up here. And I will be using Gina K's black onyx. I have the blue lagoon and the jelly bean green today. Let's pick up the flourish with our MISTI. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up, and then I'm going to stamp it. Then I'm going to move this down, and because I didn't clean off my stamp, I do have a piece of acetate somewhere. It's clear. Here it is. I'm going to lay that right over the card until I can get this placed where I want it. Once you get it picked up, you can just move that acetate out of your way. I do want to wipe it off because I'm going to use it again. There we go. And then we're going to stamp this. So see, part of my frame's already done. So then I'm going to grab my layer. I'm going to stamp a flower on the frame, but I also want the flower to show up on this bottom layer. And you know how sometimes you have it layered like that and you stamp it, then you get this weird little space because the stamp can't get right there? Well, your MISTI will help eliminate that because you can stamp it here and on the bottom and they'll line up. So all you have to do is put it in the corner, and then with my frame, what I'm going to do is I have some repositionable tape. I am going to add to the back of this just a little bit to hold it in spot. Okay, so I want to make sure that's all the way to the corner. And then I use the grid lines and the ruler to help me line up about where it should go. And then you can close your lid and you can look at it and you can tell if it's straight or not. That looks good to me. Now let me show you a tip real quick while I have this out. So when I cut that frame out, I took my paper that I was going to use to cut it out with. I laid my large frame or my large rectangle die on the paper, and you can put it anywhere because I'm making a frame, but I also kept the back as a template for something to do later. So I lined it up. So the MISTI makes it really easy. So you can tape that down. I'll show you. You want to make sure you're straight on this one. And then you can close your lid to your MISTI and you can see if it's straight or not. And if it's not, you just make a little adjustment. And then when you get it where you want it, you can tape it down and go to your die cut machine and cut it. So that really helped me get that a nice center for that. Okay, back to this. I'm going to grab the flower, and we're going to put it right here at the bottom. So I'm going to pick that up, and I'm using the blue lagoon. Let me turn this again so you can see it. Okay, so I'm going to ink that up, Blue Lagoon. And then make sure everybody's in the corner. And then I'm going to stamp it. And because I have the acetate under there, it didn't get on the background. So I'll pull that off and clean that. Okay. So I have that stamped there. So now I'm going to ink up that flower again. And then I'm going to stamp it. Okay, so let me move the MISTI. So then when I go to layer this, it will layer really nicely and it will line up. You just have to find where it is. Okay, so I have a couple more flowers I want to stamp. So I'm going to grab that flower and I'm going to grab a block and I'm going to ink up this flower because I would like a few more flowers. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my black Onyx layer here, attach this on top, and I cut this less than 1/8 of an inch larger because I wanted it really small. I'm going to get my MISTI back out and I'm going to grab the U from the stamp set and that scrap piece of paper that I have. And I'm going to ink this up in the black Onyx. Get it good and inky. And then we will stamp that. I'm going to grab the U die that came in the kit. And I'm going to cut this out real quick. We have the word U stamped and cut. So then we just have to put the rest of the greeting on the frame. Okay, so we have the happy birthday to... I'm going to put it on a block and then we're going to ink it up in the black Onyx. There we go. So let's put this card together now. I'm going to add the ribbon and I just put a little tape on each end. Okay, and then I'm going to add some foam squares that I already chopped up here. Let's add this on here, and I'm going to start with the bottom, getting the flower on there straight. I'm just going to add a little knot there, cut off the tail. We're going to add the U. And then I'm going to grab the Tombow two-way glue. Oops. Just need a little. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my card base. Scoot everybody out of the way. And it's almost a finished card project. I'm going to add the white layering weight. I'm going to grab that flower. And I'm going to ink it up one more time. I'm going to stamp it here. And then while I have my card, I'm going to open this. And I'm going to stamp it on the back because I always finish the front, the inside, and the back of my cards. And then I will add some adhesive to this, and then we'll have a finished card project. There you go. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope that you will take a little time to get inky. Have a great day. Bye-bye.